Your task. The story you're about to experience is based on a real-life adventure, a dangerous underwater journey that actually happened. The main character later described it in one of his books. You can read and listen at the same time, or just listen, whichever helps you learn best. Then, here's your challenge. Can you guess who this incredible story is about?
The tunnel below. The sea was quiet that morning, as if holding its breath. A young man stood at the rocky edge of the Mediterranean, staring into the water. Beneath the surface, hidden in shadow, was a narrow tunnel, an underwater passage through rock, whispered about by locals as dangerous. But danger wasn't what he feared.
He wanted to test himself, to feel the thrill of the unknown, to challenge the sea on its own terms. He filled his lungs and dived. The water wrapped around him like silk. He descended smoothly, finding the mouth of the tunnel, dark, jagged, but just wide enough to enter. He pulled himself in.
The stone walls closed around him as he swam through the passage. There was no light behind, no sound, just the steady thump of his heart and the tightening of his chest. He moved quickly, hand over hand, following the tunnel's curve. Ahead, a faint glow. The second hole, the exit.
But as he reached it, a chill ran through him. It was far narrower than expected. He twisted sideways and tried to slide through. Stuck. His shoulders caught on the stone. His lungs screamed for air. The surface was just beyond that hole. Sunlight sparkled above, but he couldn't get out.
He had a choice: go back through the dark passage or fight forward through a space barely large enough for his body. There was no time to think. He pushed. Stone tore into his skin. His shoulders scraped raw. The pain was sharp, but he didn't stop. He wriggled, shoved, forced his way inch by inch through the narrow hole. Then, suddenly, he burst free. Kicking upward, he broke the surface in a rush of light and air. He gasped, sucking in oxygen like it was life itself, because it was. Blood trickled from his shoulders, his chest heaved. But he was alive, and in that moment, floating beneath the sky, he knew he had found a new world, and it would become his life's work. He went in with one breath and came out reborn. Can you guess who this diver was? You have 15 seconds. The story is described in The Silent World by Jacques-Yves Cousteau and Frédéric Dumas, 1953. The tunnel incident appears in one of the early chapters, where Cousteau is still a young man, experimenting with breath-hold diving, apnea, before he had any scuba equipment. It's told vividly, with his characteristic mix of scientific curiosity and poetic language. Here's a direct excerpt describing the tunnel dive. 50 feet down off Brava, we discovered a large tunnel which passed completely through a small island. In the dark interior, one could look back reassuringly at the emerald glow of the entrance, swim on through shafts of silvery light falling from portholes in the rock above, and turn a corner to find the inviting green of the sea at the far exit. The cave entrances were exuberant with bright silver blue fish.
Major facts and achievements. Cousteau invented the aqualung with Émile Gagnon, 1943, a revolutionary breathing device that allowed humans to stay underwater for long periods, the birth of modern scuba diving. He produced award-winning documentaries, including The Silent World, which won an Academy Award, and the Palme d'Or at Cannes, a rare double. He was the author of several best-selling books in which he shared his life beneath the waves and inspired generations. Cousteau led expeditions on the famous ship Calypso, exploring oceans from the Amazon to Antarctica. His was an early voice for ocean conservation. He warned the world about pollution, overfishing, and the need to protect marine life long before it was popular.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share.